Are you guys ready? I want you guys to show me that you are ready and you are pumped up and you are ready for this session and you are ready for we are coming to a new week, we're coming to a new month, we're closing September on a high note. So if you are ready, I want you to raise up your hand onto the group. I want you to raise up, show me that you are ready to run, you are ready to go right now. Just show me, give me a thumbs up, do something, whatever you can do to show me that you are ready to go. You are ready to go. I can see Nisa, she's ready to go. I can see King, I can see Messi, I can see London, I can see Christian, I can see Betty, I can see Rose, I can see Pumla, I can see who else? Right. Are these the only few guys who are ready to run, ready to go, or what? I can see Kenyamba, I can see everybody is getting ready now. So guys, get your notebook ready and still send your team members to come on to the call. And we are starting right now. So guys, I've got so much respect for the lady who's training tonight. She's a serious businesswoman. She owns quite a number of businesses. She's a hotelier and she has grown her business. I saw her business grow from 0 left, 0 right to now over 400 people in the organization, and she's hit the rank of marketing director. This lady, she's so focused. I know she's gone through a lot of adversity, but she managed to remain and stayed focused. This is what we want you guys to know, that at least you need to remain focused. You need to set direction for yourself, where exactly you want to go, what exactly do you want to achieve in this business. So guys, let's give it up for our marketing director, Nkonye Duri. Nkonye, are you there, my sister?
Yes, I'm there, my brother. Thank you so much for the awesome introduction. And I can already feel your fire, you're pumped up. So I'm also getting the fire as well. Thank you so much, my coach and mentor.
Brilliant. Take it away, my sister.
Thank you very much. So good morning, everyone. Today, I'm not the host, I'm training. So guys, let's all get ready to rock and roll as CEOs. That's what we're here for. Remember, we told ourselves, being in this business is your own business, no other person's business but your own business. So you're the CEO of your company. And what do we need to do to be able to move our business to the next level, guys? So I'm going to first of all I'll share my screen and tell you my story. And after that, we will go into the training. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, so now we're going to be able to learn how to think right and act right to be a CEO. When you want to be able to move your business to the next level, you need to understand that being a CEO, being the chief operating officer is very key to you. So what I'm going to talk about first of all is my story. And after my story, we would talk about the success stories of all the people we've had this week. Then we'll go into the training. So like my coach and mentor said, my name is Nkonye Duru. I'm an architect by profession. I've been a hotelier for the past 7 years. I'm also into communication and have a franchise with MTN in one of the largest communication operators in my country for the past 15 years. And I also have a franchise with Nine Mobile, another communication company, for the past 4 years. Now, I didn't just start life that way. I went to the regular school, got my master's degree in architecture as well, got employed. Fortunately, I had the best graduating students, so I got I was automatically employed by one of the best and top architectural firms in the state I was living in, Hakata Associates. Fortunately, and I had worked with them at the time when I was doing my service. Now I worked there. All I had in my mind was just go in there, be the students you have to be, learn from the best, because that was an opportunity every architect in every architectural school in my country was looking forward to be in. It was a known company. Now, fortunately, I was thrown into the wild. First time I came in there, I had to build Le Méridien Ogehi Place. That is a 5-star hotel managed by a 5-star managing group. And it was my first experience being in that company, and I proved myself. So from time to time, I rose into being the studio head and worked with them for 8 years. Well, that's how my architectural life was. So I decided to, when I found my husband and I was to move out of the country, out of the state I was working in, he offered me the opportunity to be his partner, because I had done a lot of projects in all over my state, all over the country. Those of you in Nigeria, I'm sure you all know the Bull by Adenuga. That was also my design and built by me. And I've done a lot in mobile, ExxonMobil, in Shell, different places. So he offered me partnership, and I thought, do I really want to mortgage my life? You know, because we used to work till 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and get up by 6 a.m. Sometimes I travel to Eket, come back, run to the airport, catch a flight to Lagos for a meeting early in the morning with Adenuga, because his meetings always start by 6 a.m. So you have to be there the night before. Sometimes I'm flying to Abuja, the same thing. So I just told myself, did I want to actually live my life, time broke this way, and continue to serve? And I said no. Yeah, the partnership would have made me an owner, made me a big chunk after working with him for 8 years and built his brand so well. But I didn't want to be a slave still. So when I got married, family being one of my core values, I realized that that kind of lifestyle, serving other people, not in control of my time, would have been very difficult for me to also manage my family. So I decided to step back, and I was jobless for a whole year. At that point in time, I decided, okay, start your own consulting firm. I started my architectural consulting firm, and my boss then also gave me a lot of jobs as well. He was one of those who fed me with jobs, and I grew and grew and grew until I became established in my own right as an architect with my own architectural firm. Now, with this entrepreneurial mind, I also pushed my husband. We went into a lot of businesses. I first dared to jump into businesses. I became a Sir Richard Branson. I saw communication in the newspaper. MTN was offering franchisee for the first time. I said yes. I knew nothing about it, and I got trained along the way. Today, from 1, we got 15 stores all over the country. So you see, all those MTN offices you see are really not owned by MTN. They're actually owned by individuals, and you just do the MTN work. You brand yourself as MTN, and people don't know that you're not really MTN because you are a franchise to them. Later in the life, I done a lot of designs and hotels for people, and we got this very big land. And I said, okay, let's do a mall. We partnered with some South Africans. We did a very big mall, one of the big malls in Abuja, Novara Mall. It's presently called Novara Mall. It was initially Grand Towers Mall, but we changed the name. And that was how I went into malls. And later on, I went into hotels. So for the past 7 years, I've been a hotelier. We had land and we decided to build a hotel. I also learned how to manage and train the staff in the hotel. Now, that is my life on that side. But you know what? 21 months ago, my sister, my lovely sister, we all trust ourselves. Anything any of us produce or give to any of us, we're 3 sisters, we're super close. So we just say yes to everything without thinking twice. She showed me this, and because we're used to always giving our husbands surprise things, surprise birthday packages, surprise gifts, surprise that, she helps me to plan a lot of my own surprises, and we talk about her own surprises. So she showed me this and said, oh, travel club, why not? Plan a surprise birthday vacation for your husband. And so I just simply said yes, not knowing what it was all about, what it entailed, and that's how I got on board immediately. And somewhere along the line, the first time I was told get my 4, I got 10. 10, because I just went to my 4 tires, and my 4 tires were 10. In fact, some of the enrollments I did, I said, hey, come, send me your details. Why? Don't worry, I'll explain, just send me your details. I need to clear my name somewhere. And that was how I just got my 10. She told me, you've gotten 10. why stop there? We have a business proposition in this company. If you get more than 4, you can actually earn. I said, okay, not a bad idea. And that was how I went into the business, simply on trust. My first earning, most of you getting on board now are very lucky. You have an opportunity to actually earn $200 when you do your first 2-star rep. Then there was no $200. Then to get a cycle was extremely difficult. You have to actually enroll much more than what you have now. Now you have a promo, you need to take advantage of the promo where you only get 2 platinums. Then you have to get like 4 platinums to be able to cycle. So it was not easy to even get $100, not to talk less of $500. So that was my first pay. And when I got that $500, I have a passion, which is training orphans, because 22 years ago on one of my sites, I met this Mason guy I worked with for many years. He's a very good builder, and he passed on. When he passed on, I went to his house to visit his children, and I was amazed to find out that he lived in a 1-bedroom flat where him and his son stayed in the bedroom and all his remaining daughters stayed in the sitting room. And his children, 6 of them, were going to the best primary and secondary school in my state, known as Bereto. This is a primary school that people who work in NNPC, oil companies, people who work in banks were going to, their children were going to. And this Mason had all his 6 children either in the primary or in the secondary, and just paid just 1-bedroom flat. I was really amazed. And for me, I told myself, this man who has done this really wants the best for his children. So at that point in time, I took 2 of the children, a boy and a girl, and the boy got a first class in engineering, civil engineering. The girl wanted to do architecture but couldn't get in, so she got into business management. She got a 2-1 in that. The boy didn't stop there. He went further. He wanted to do his master's, so he went to Cambridge, all on scholarship, and he came out with distinction, went to Harvard, and also got top courses. Today he works in LNG. He just got married on the 29th of February, and he's expecting. Now this boy, seeing how he had turned out, made me realize that if orphans are given the opportunity to change their reality, then their reality will not be what you seeing them on the streets. So that was when I took up that. Now with that passion, and with the economy, and with building businesses, it became very difficult to cope handling that passion. You know, when you have a passion that doesn't give you back money, you find yourself spending, and you won't know when you go into your capital. So I had to control myself. So War Ventures for me, the first $500 I got, I just simply went and got a charity shop where used things were being sold, and I felt that sense of fulfillment that now I can actually sell these used things and continue my passion, because it was tough to continue. And that was it. With that as my why, I pushed this business. And I told myself, yes, my sister is my why. I want to always make sure that whatever she does, she succeeds. I will push. Now I've changed my why to even helping, ensuring that I maintain that passion. Whether or not economy is down, whether or not my business is doing well, this business, I will push it to the end. And so that's me. So with that why, with all the 2 whys I have, and the 3rd why, that I now began to realize that I'm empowering other people as well, it blew my mind, and that's it. Yes, I continued with this why, but that was not enough. I continued with this passion, but that was not enough. Then I attended the Eagles Millionaire School. Because it wasn't enough, because I'm one of those people who had a very wrong impression of multi-level marketing, and I will never do it if not introduced by my sister. If any other person brought it, someone I didn't trust, there is no way I would have said yes. But because it was introduced with someone I just simply trusted, I said yes. Same as my husband. He said, my sister is actually his favorite sister-in-law. So he said, if Ziggy is saying, okay, why not? Go ahead. But he still hasn't jumped that boat fully, because all he says is that I trust your decision. I trust Ziggy will always lead you right. So why not? Go ahead. Now, with that, yes, my mindset was still, But you know what? I attended the first Eagles Millionaire School. And I saw that it was so different from what I thought of multi-level marketing. World Ventures itself as a company was so different. At that point in time, that was when my why became a passion, because I made a decision that I will take this to the highest level. I made a decision. I will see myself go through and what it takes, help other people change whatever it is they need to change in their life to be who they need to be. That's how I changed my own perspective of being in World Ventures. Before then, I'd been a senior rep, dropped down. I'd been a senior rep in let me say like 2 weeks. And then I became just before I became a director in less than 2 months, I lost all my numbers all of a sudden. And then finally, I became a director. You won't believe it. I dropped from that director level 4 times. From director, I dropped to senior rep. I climbed back again. I dropped to senior rep. I climbed back again. I dropped. I was never really recognized as a director. Never. Just before recognition time, I dropped. Then I walk again. I come back. And that was it. But when I made that decision that I am going to take this, that was when I entered that gear 5 level and was able to push the levels of being a director. And then that's where you see me today. Yes, adversities do come. I've had very serious adversity with team members, adversity with the product, adversity with myself accepting I'm doing this, because I've already positioned myself as one who can never do this. No, I have to go back and tell people, yes, you can do this. It's tough. So you see, at the beginning, I was busy enrolling travel-only members. Yes, very good. But for you to push the business, you also need to enroll reps, people who are interested in the rep. So my model of expansion was wrong, because in this business, you need to have reps to expand. You can't just have travel members only. So I was moving with travel members because of the way I was presenting. But when I made that decision, I had to tweak and change my model of expansion, tweak and change my model of everything in the business to be able to grow. And that's when I started looking out for people who are also interested in business and all that. So that's my story, and that's me, Nkonye, Marketing Director in World Ventures. So thank you very much, guys. At this point, I'm going to go into the recognition so that we recognize all those who've been working. And after that, we'll go fully into the training. Thank you. So, guys, Team Eagles Recognition Week 39, new rank ups and cycle. For you to be able to be on this board, you have taken action, and that action needs to be recognized. So I like most of all the people who present, I want all of you to please go onto the chat. Once you see these recognitions, congratulate them. They've done a lot of effort to be here. And if they didn't put that effort, there's no way they will be here. So guys, go to the chat group, raise your hands for them, thumbs up, congratulations, fire, fire, because it's only when you recognize others, your own recognition will come. And when it comes, we will definitely splash it. So the first we have is the new rank sub. We have qualified rep, Akinola Ibinwumi. Well done, very good. You've gotten your 4. Time to press your leg on the pedal and start the business fully. Well done, well done. Then we have more new rank ups. The first is 3-star rep, Olatunji Adenike. Very good, Olatunji. Don't stop there. Move on to being a leader. Let's move on to senior rep. Well done. No silver upgrades. Guys, push your silver members to upgrade to gold. We need to see names on the silver upgrades. Congratulate. Go onto that chat group. Congratulate people. Clap for all those who have ranked up. Clap for those who are going to rank up so that everybody will do. Now, cycles are those who have done 1 to 2 cycles, $50 to $100, because they have made the effort to enroll people and gotten 1 to 2 cycles. The first we have is Kobo Joy. Well done, Kobo. Osigwe Vivian. Well done, Vivian. Fowara Olufun Lola. Well done, Fun Lola. Well done. Keep up the work and push it to a triple cycle. Now, those who are 3 to 10 cycles are going to earn $300 to $500. Well done, everybody on this board. Well, the first we have is Always Ziggy. Then we have Nkonye, that's me. And then Undubisi Ujungwa. Well done, well done. Keep pushing and make sure you push this to the next level. Don't stop your goal at 3 to 10 cycles. Push it to the next level, guys. And next we have 10 to 20 cycles. The person here is my coach and mentor, Henry Moyo, earning between $650 to $1,500 a week. Guys, it's possible to earn that a week. We've seen it with the Full Lola Challenge. Let's do more. Let's do more. Who is the next on this list? 20 to 30 cycles. Who is the next? Is it your name or my name? I'm going to be there first. So let's have a race. Let's just going to touch the finishing line first. Guys, time to work hard. Time to do what it takes to be at the top. Now, we've seen this queen of cycles. I'm daring everyone. Dare to action. She's very coachable. She's consistently cycling between 20 to 30 times every week for the past 8 weeks. Director Eugenia Akon. She's earning between $1,150 to $1,650 in cycle bonus only, weekly. We can do it. She's just a director. Everyone can do it. Wear that cap. Be the one that enters the 20 cycles name so that you will wear the cap. If Director Eugenia could do it, you can do it. I can do it. It's time to put on those running shoes and press the pedal. Now, guys, we have this coming up, but I'm going to use this in my presentation because I want all of you to get yourselves ready and invite every single day, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., so that you can be on the cycle board. It's time to leverage, guys. Leverage on every opportunity you have so that you make sure you are on the cycle board. Invite guests every day for 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. South African time, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Nigerian time or London time. Do not just forward the invite, call. All of you have been on the training on how to do invite, call. That is the beginning of being a CEO. Thank you very much, everyone, for all these recognitions. Thank you to all those who are making all the effort to recognize people and go on the chat. And if you are not on this board, don't worry, your time is coming. All you need to do is take action and your time will be now. Thank you so much. Now we are going into the matter of our business. So I'll stop sharing this and go back to sharing my screen on the training. Okay. So who is a CEO? Yeah, a CEO is a chief operating officer of one's own business. That's what simply CEO means. The word executive, chief executive officer of one's own business. The word executive means one who is active board member in the company. This means one who is actively involved in the day-to-day works and decision of the running of one's company. So you're not just a chairman or you're not just a board member, you are actively involved, and that's what makes you an executive. So being a chief operating chief officer in that light means that you are the highest authority of the decision making in your company. Now, which CEO are you? First, you need to know the role of a CEO and what is expected of the CEO. Notably, in multi-level marketing businesses, a CEO is different from the type of CEO compared to a corporate world CEO. In the multi-level marketing, you are expected to be multitasked. Trust me, I've been a CEO in corporate system. And by the time I came in here as a multi-level person and decided to be a CEO of my company, it shot me on the foot. Every single thing you do as a corporate officer, drop it, turn into a student mode when you come to multi-level marketing business, and wear the cap of a CEO of that, because you need to be multitasked. Now, look at the corporate world CEO. You have the top managers, those making up the decisions. We have the middle managers, you pass on your decisions to them. Then you have the frontline managers. that pass on to them, and they are the ones that really execute the work. So the CEO on top just manages and checks. You're on top of the tree checking to ensure that everybody under is working. That's what the corporate world CEO does. Yes, you come up with the ideas, or you are doing the ideas of the chairperson or the visionary person. However, you are not doing the whole work. You are just on top of the tree ensuring that the work is being done, because these levels of authority pass on and on. Now, for somebody who is going to be in World Venture CEO, the business organogram changes. Now, I haven't put up management, as you can see. We just have the idea up there, and then the idea translates to working in the system, planning yourself in a chat group, going to the bank, ensuring that you're working with time, no procrastination, ensuring that you're meeting those in the world, internet space, ensuring that you're also checking your mails. All this is the work of the CEO in World Ventures. Nobody else will do it for you. So you need to sit up right now. If you're not being a World Venture CEO, sit up right now. Everybody on this call is your colleague. No one is your staff. No one is your employer. No one is seeing you as the employee. You're not a boss. You're just a colleague. So when you come into the system and realize that ABCD is your colleague, then you will know that your upline is not going to do the work for you. Your upline is not going to do the management of your company for you while you do the business. No, you have to learn to do the management as well as the business. And that's why you see us going through a lot of trainings, making sure everybody is multitasked. Because as a World Venture CEO, you need to learn to be multitasked. Now, how do you succeed as a CEO? First is have an entrepreneurial mindset. Remember when I told you when I was in the corporate world and I was working, by the time I realized I could no longer be in that world, I had to have an entrepreneurial mindset by leaving them and going into my own system, having my time for myself. Now, for you to do that, you first, when you are working in the corporate world, you are working under the mindset of your boss. You're working under the self-development the boss has given and is transferring to you. So when you become an entrepreneur, you have to first of all develop yourself. Have that self-development. Then second, have executive mindset. Only someone who has the mindset of constantly producing, that's executive mindset, will be able to excel as a CEO. How do you do that? Consistent training. Then thirdly, dare to actualize. A CEO first develops himself, second trains on the strategy, and third does immediate action. So you must dare to actualize. Don't just stop at being the executive mindset without testing what you have tried. Now, what does it take to be an entrepreneurial mindset? This is simply to develop yourself. Knowing who you are as a business owner. Are you honest? Have you decided this is what I want to do? Have you told yourself this is the business I can push forward? Then making a deliberate effort to improve on your mindset from a closed fist to an employer to an open mind of a decision maker. Now, when you become a CEO and you have the entrepreneurial mindset, you are no longer waiting for your upline to make decisions for you. You make the decisions for yourself. Only when you have made that decision to excel will you excel. No matter how much your coach pushes you, no matter how much your mentor shows you his own path, unless you make that decision and become that decision maker, you can never improve yourself. Your fist will always be closed. You will never think out of the box. Now, have a vision where you want your company to be. The other day we saw our mentor, my visual mentor, where he positioned everything he wants to do. That is quadruple IMD session. He put this on the wall. He put that every single where. He's working, he's going everywhere. He's seeing all his vision everywhere. You have to position your company where your company wants to do, starting from what you've called it. When I thought of the name Team Expansion, I knew that his vision was to make sure he expands his team all over the world, worldwide. When Coach Henry gave his team, Eagles, his vision was to make sure his company soars to the top because Eagles flies high. When Ziggy gave her company Pace Testers, she has told herself, I'm going to make sure I set pace, break records, be there, be top. Even when Bosman Zweli gave the name legend, the legend are those who make stamps. They make stamps and they stand with their stamps. So tell yourself, what's your vision of your company? That is when you have an entrepreneur mindset. Then you now start to set value systems. Value systems is what guides your mindset. What's your value system? Your family, your spiritual life, your members. Then your value systems will make you have core values to make sure you actualize it. Look at World Ventures core values. That is simply the value system of the visionary leader, Wayne Nugent himself. His value system is family. So he has created a core value that circles around oneness, all members together, truthfulness, integrity. So all you do, whatever you do in terms of your core values, circle around your value system. If your value system, first of all, starts with spirituality, you will notice that you want to stand straight, you want to have integrity, you want to be honest, make sure you set your value system. That now guides your core values and guides your mindset. Now, I love this guy. That has been my model. For you to be an executive mindset, you need to be like Sir Richard Branson, whereby he says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes, then learn to do it later. Executive mindset person is one who is consistently in student mode. You saw what Sir Richard, what you need to do first is say yes and then learn to do it later. So you're consistently in student mode. Then secondly, you make a decision. Don't just enter student mode, learn everything you're learning, and you have not come out to make a decision where you want to take that learning to. Then next, you have to get a mentor. You have to have someone who is taking you there, someone you can look at and say, okay, yes, this is my, a lot of people, when you were children, you saw your father like I was when I was a little child. My father was like a giant to me. Anytime I looked at him, I'm like, oh, this is a giant. And I always looked up to being tall and being a giant like him. And today I'm tall. And when I look at myself, I'm like, okay, so I'm not his height. When I see but before he passed, when I see him, I'm like, okay, I'm not your height. And that's it. So you need to work to have a mentor. Who is that person as an executive that you're looking up to? That is the person you want to emulate, clone. Not just clone with envy, but clone with admiration. Then after you've done that, remain focused. If you're not focused, you can never actualize your decision. Like I told you before, I've gone through all manner of adversity in this company. Before I came into World Ventures, I never knew what adversity was. Everything I do, boom, I get it to the top. Everything I do, boom, I get it to the top. And it was so easy for me. But when I came into World Ventures, I began to learn human beings. I began to learn different aspects of life through World Ventures, and have gone through all manner with the company, with human beings, with team members, with the product, all manner of adversity. But I remained focused to my goal. And that's what an executive mindset needs to do. I remember when I was very young, I used to be an athlete for my state. And I normally would run and come first. I was a long distance runner. I used to run 1,500 and sometimes 800 for my state. And one of the races, which was actually my last race, I had an accident when I was 7 years, but I thought I was over that accident. So when I was an athlete, I never had a problem. But when I turned 16 and I was now doing one of the races, right there, my last 100 meters, just to win and come first, that kneecap, which I had broken like almost 9 years ago, dislocated. I couldn't step on that leg, but I remained focused, my finish line. I moved on one leg from first to last position until I got to that finish line. So whatever adversity you go through, remain focused. See your finish line and you get there. That's executive mindset. Now, with you having all those I have said earlier on, first you have to become a visionary leader in your own company. You have to think of what you want your company to be. Have the ability to create strategies and models to actualize one's vision. I remember one of the calls we had with Sachin, I asked him, what is your model of expansion? The guy has already created his model. And then his strategy was, make sure I consistently have personas everywhere. The same thing. Coach Henry has created his model of growth, and he does make sure I have leaders to sustain my company. The Ugandan guy, Martin Dio, created his own model. Make sure I cycle. What was his model? Go to the new members and ensure that they all get their $200 bonus. That way, you're having so many two-star reps. So for you to have an executive mindset, you have to create a strategy and a model to actualize your vision. These people I've just called were visionary leaders, and they created strategies and they created models to actualize their vision. Then the next thing is learn from a tried and tested system. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just go to a tried and tested. All these names I called already have tried and tested system. When I listened to Martin Dio, he talked about his open market. And what he said in his open market was, he just simply goes to country, LinkedIn, and then he approaches them. Then if he gets the person signed up, even though the person is not interested, he digs into his contact. That is a tried and tested system because it has worked. The same thing with when you listen to our director of training, he also said his own model of one market, tried and tested system. When you listen to Sachin, he has his model of team expansion, tried and tested system. You go to the Eagles Classroom, Google Classroom, tried and tested, don't reinvent the wheel, just plug into it. Then you, as an executive mindset, the ability to adopt this working system into your own vision, you must be able to get that working system to your vision. Don't just see the working system far away from you. And then after that, leave your comfort zone to actualize your vision. If your comfort zone is one-on-one, and what is obtainable is online, move. If your comfort zone is online, what is obtainable is one-on-one, move.
All right, guys, let's stay connected. Just waiting for Nkonye to get back onto the call. I think she got disconnected. I hope everybody, you're getting on the jigs of what she's sharing and what she's actually teaching you guys. I want everybody to write this whilst we're waiting for Nkonye to get back. I'm busy making my notes. Right, I'm busy making my notes here. So I want if you're making notes, I want you to write this down. Write down, never graduate from the basics. I want you to write that down. Never graduate from the basics. Never graduate from the basics. If you want to win big in this game, never graduate from the basics. Never, ever graduate from the basics. You can do the things differently. You can do the things in a certain way, in a certain style, but never, ever graduate from the basics. The moment you graduate from the basics, just know that that's the day you're going back to where you came from. No matter what rank you are, the day you graduate from the basics, the day you say, I never attend training, the day you say, I stop calling people, the day you say, I never go on dream trips, the day you stop doing your basics, the day you come out of the trenches, the day you stop doing these things, just know is the day you start going back to the trenches. I'm just trying to see how we can get MD Nkonye onto the call. Something just simply happened to her, guys. We just lost her. And anyway, I'm super excited. She's now back onto the call. So never ever graduate from the basics. Right, MD Nkonye, are you ready to go? Let's see if
yes, I'm ready. Apologies. I just talked about disruptors. We just had a technological disruptor. So you see what it takes. You must never stay in your comfort zone. Who knows? Thank you so much, my coach. Thank you. I'm back. So now we move on to, Now, when we talk about having that mindset, we have world-class training system already in place for you. So when you are now in the executive mindset and you're beginning to change yourself, we have the World Venture Training System, live events, and right now we have also online system. We also have the Millionaire Student Training System. We have one even today becoming the Millionaire Student Training. Plug into that. That's what an executive mindset does. You're constantly in that student mode to ensure you change yourself. And I'll just give you a short video of what the view is. So if you haven't plugged into the view, you haven't started becoming a CEO.
The view from the edge, the best event of the year. It's what makes World Ventures flow through your freaking veins.
After spending thousands of dollars on personal development, Mark Sally is undoubtedly the best of the best in personal development that I've been coached by.
The worst place in the world to be in prison is in your own mind. And that's exactly why some of you have never gotten down the starting blocks.
Don't ever miss the view. Don't just show up by yourself, bring your whole team. Stop settling for what life is giving you. Stop thinking you're not good enough. I'm telling you, it's a game-changing event. Marcus said it, you are a rock star. There's no technique. There's no secret other than the fact that when you stop flipping cards, you will not find anything. Whatever you do, don't miss the next view.
What are you afraid of? What's holding you back? What is your problem? What's stopping you from living the life God intended you to live? You need to step up right now. This isn't just a seminar. This is your life.
Whatever you do, don't miss the next view. That was Wayne Nugent's words. So if you haven't actually booked your ticket in that for that training, then you are just not a CEO. Because every CEO, every chief executive officer will make sure he plans himself to change his mindset, to build his mindset and become the executive mindset that is being in student mode consistently. Now, guys, after you first of all, one, had the entrepreneurial mindset where you now start to develop yourself and what you plan for your company. And two, you have the executive mindset where you get the strategies And when you learn how to do all the things you want to do in your vision, I dare to actualize. That becomes the third step in a CEO's life. The works of an executive member is not confirmed unless he or she dares to actualize all one has gained to bring the vision to reality. In other words, dare to test the knowledge and the mentorship you have gained. If you come here every single time, training, and you don't invite, you're not daring to test what you have learned. If they tell you, invited a segment, have you dared to test it? Have you tried it? Every CEO will dare to test the knowledge and mentorship they have gained. Now, the call to action, whenever you become a CEO and you now want to actualize what you have learned, is number one, set short-term and long-term goals. Your short-term goals should be what you see day to day. What we're doing with recognition. Every single week, we're recognizing people. That should be your short-term goal. I must be on that board. Or that should be your short-term goal. I must be on the recognition for rank up. If you want, your long-term goal is IMD. All of you doing business here, I'm sure you all want to be 1 IMD, 2 IMDs, quadruple IMDs, and on and on and on. But if you do not have the short-term goal to first of all become a qualified rep, you will never become an IMD. If you do not have the short-term goal to move from 3-star rep to senior rep, you will never become an IMD. So create short-term goals so that you are able to achieve your long-term goals. Then, what happens to a CEO? Leverage on every opportunity that comes your way to actualize what you have learned. Those skills to actualize and achieve the above goals. If you do not leverage on every opportunity, then you're playing yourself. Right now, in this team, we have created something that is happening every single day. How many of you are taking action? If you do not leverage on it, then you're playing yourself. You can never achieve that short-term goal. Then, get an accountability partner to evaluate your actions. Whenever you go to school, the first thing you do is that you get a result when you take your exam. That is your accountability partner, the exam, your teachers. They tell you how you felt well with your mindset and your growth in your knowledge. So when your result comes out, A stars, A stars, A stars, B, C, D, you know which particular courses you're not doing very well in. If you're not doing well in maths because you got a D, you have to work harder to make sure it gets to A star. So when you do not have an accountability partner to evaluate your actions, then you will never be able to set your goals right. A lot of you get up in the morning, I have a training, you jump into it. Oh, it's a new week. Okay. Have you told yourself 10 cycles this week? Work towards that 10 cycles this week. Have you told yourself, I must get and become senior rep because you're a 3-star rep? I have to become senior rep. When you have set these goals, the first thing you do is to find out what it takes to get there. For example, those of you who want to be directors, what do you do? Go to your back office. Check what numbers you require to get there. Look at your members you need to help who will also add to those numbers. So these are strategies because when you have an accountability partner, they're able to help you see. They review and they help you to strategize and re-strategize. So when you are not getting your Ds, you're getting your Ds in any particular subject, they help you to just re-strategize so that you can change those Ds to an A star. So that is what the call to action for a CEO who dares to actualize should be. I have some success stories from my immediate team who are people who have been through trainings. They first of all had the entrepreneur mindset. They told themselves they want to do this business and become their own CEO. Then secondly, they had the executive mindset. They plugged into training immediately they joined. And thirdly, they dared to actualize what they had learned from the stories. Now I'll start with Director Stella Maris. She got enrolled and 2 weeks after she heard about this millionaire school, or a week after or thereabout, she heard about the millionaire school, she plugged in. The first day she plugged in, her first enrollment, she called her and said, there is something I just entered that is super. I want you to plug in. She called me and said, can I put in a new member? I said, oh, yes, why not? She put in a new member into that call, into that training school, the Eagles Millionaire Training School, and that was how the new member signed up the second day of the training. Now, within that training, she hit senior rep in 4 days and director in less than 2 months. That is someone who has actually dared to actualize all she's learning. If you do not actualize, then you're not a CEO. If you just come, suck, take everything, and you do not dare to test what you have learned, then you have not put yourself to be a CEO. Then we have Director Funlola. I'm just focusing on people that are my team. She got the tier 3 bonus. Even me, I've not gotten that tier 3 bonus. I'm MD. She got that as a senior rep. Why? She visualized it. You know, when I started, I always thought that tier 3 bonus were for top people. I always thought, oh, it's something that, oh, is when you become MD, then you can start working towards earning it. So I never put it in my vision board. I never put it as something I'm setting as a goal. But Funlola put it as a goal. She set it as a goal and she actualized it. That is what CEOs do. So when you want something, set it as a goal and dare to actualize it. And she didn't just stop there. She earned $1,000 a week several times. That a challenge was named after her and she won that challenge all through. She became a director less than 2 months. These are goals she has set for herself, and she dared to actualize all she had sucked in from the Colonial Training School she attended, and boom, she was able to achieve that. So you come for all this training, you have to be able to actualize. The next person we have is Mrs. Elewa Parkins. She's a 3-star rep. When she got in, that particular week, she heard of the Funlola challenge. She was very excited. She said, oh, I'm going to work. She got only 2 that week. And she told herself, I need to actualize this challenge. She set a goal for herself that the next week, I want to be one of those that will qualify. That next week, she got 6 people. So she didn't just become a business qualified rep. She was able to also earn $1,050 that particular week. She set a goal and she actualized. She came out from actually set goals and actualize. These are people who have made decisions after a training. That's what CEOs do. That's what CEOs do for their company and do for themselves. Now I'm calling you to action, guys, before we close this training. We have the big short meeting every single day. Your leaders have put this for you. Between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. every single day. South African time, 6 p.m. and just forward the invite, guys. Call them with all the trainings. Last time we had MD trainers on the inviting. You saw how pumped up he was. He gave you the different methods you can invite. Use that to invite. When you invite them, plug into every single presentation. As you can see here, we have many leaders. We have leaders from star reps to senior reps to directors, to marketing directors, to regional marketing directors, even to quadruple IMD session on the call. Leverage. That's what CEOs do. So let's dare to actualize. So today, I'm daring all of you to call to action. Set a short goal. This week, achieve it. Set what you want to achieve and make sure you plug into all the opportunities that come your way, all presentations, be it through the webinar jam or the big short meetings that happen every single day, twice a day. Thank you very much, everyone, for this training. And let's see so many of us on the cycle board. Let's see so many of us ranking up. Let's see so many of us daring to actualize all we have learned. Thank you so much. Over to you, my coach and mentor, Henry.
Wow, thank you so much for such a wonderful training, MD Nkonye. I needed that screen. Okay, let me see if I can, I need that information. I want people to see those. Let me see if I can get it onto my screen here. Where at least, guys, we need to.
Don't worry, done.
Oh, you put it up back.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. So guys, you need to take action for this particular event. We've got all these leaders to do the presentation for you. So now you've heard what she has said. So now we're gonna see. This is how I see who's a CEO, who is not. And if you're a follower, you always be told, oh, there's a presentation tonight. Oh, there's a presentation at 7 p.m. But if you're a CEO, you've already diarized that, and you know that every day, 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. South African time, there's a presentation. 8 p.m. Nigerian time and 9 p.m. South African time, every night there is a presentation. So as a CEO, you need to put things into action to ensure you've got guests on that. And as a CEO, you need to work with your team. You need to ensure some of the followers in your team are taking action with you. And now when you become a professional CEO, this is how I know that you're now a professional CEO in this business. When you start to have your own Zoom meetings to do what you call a build up for the 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 8 p.m. meeting, when we start receiving Zoom IDs from you to say, hang on, please, can you jump on my call to do a testimonial for me? I get a lot of those requests from different professional CEOs to jump onto their calls to do a testimonial because they are building up for the bigger event. So guys, those who want to be professional or going to be CEOs, want to see you, we cannot remain on the call. If you want to do for the next 5 or so 10 minutes taking action, and want to see CEOs report their results, CEO report their actions, CEOs report whatever they are doing to the board, or they report to their accountability partners. Today, for the next 10 or so minutes, we're gonna be your accountability partner. Take action, invite you and your team, invite for this event at 7 p.m. and post how many guests have you got confirmed, or are you gonna have a travel party from now on up to from now on up to 7 p.m. So show us that you're a CEO, show us that you're taking action, but remember, this is your business. Why you're doing it, it's your business. We can only help you to do the basics. We can only support you to do the basics, but to take action, it's up to you. It's your responsibility, and it's you and you only who can pick up that call, make the call, send a message to somebody to get them onto this call. So I want to thank you, MD Nkonye, for such a wonderful training. I was busy taking notes. I'm always in student mode. I'll never graduate from the basics myself. I'll always stay in the trenches, and I'll always be there. So guys, let's get this going. I think you can see what we are starting now. It's something that's big. And I can tell you right now, by the end of this month, by the end of, I'm already in October, by the way, by the end of October, I'm telling you, we're going to pop out some serious ranks. We're going to pop up quite a number of MDs. We're going to pop up some senior ranks, and we're going to pop up some MDs. The question is, will it be you? Will it be you? Because now what we have put in place is going to ensure that we're going to move from where we are to the next level. So will it be you? Thank you so much, guys, for being on the call. But if you're a CEO, I want you to become accountable in the chats and take action, take your call, take your phone, and start calling right now. At the end, we're going to see how many of you have said, hang on, I've got one. I just want you to post, I've got one, I got two, I got three, I got four, I got five. But you are free to leave the call right now. The training has ended, but the CEOs that want to remain and just have a discussion, we're going to open up for everybody. Those want to remain and have a discussion and take action. Tell the action that they're taking right now. Put your microphone on whilst they're making a call and take action. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. Have a great day.